Yay, good evening, everyone.
We're here.
Yeah,
Happy Tuesday.
welcome to our webinar. Tuesday, yes.
Good evening. Happy
It
quarantine.
feels,
Third week of quarantine.
and for some reason it's become really cold now.
I know. I'm really surprised. I mean, I don't hate it. At least it's sunny and cold. But I think
True.
it will be cloudy in the next couple of days. Hi, Nico. Thanks for joining us. We should probably introduce ourselves. Yeah. Hi, Erica.
Yeah, of course. So, hey everyone, my name is David. I am from South London in the UK, so I have a British accent, of course. And Pearl and I teach together in one of the Milan schools in Montenero, near Porto Romano.
Yep. And my name is Pearl, obviously. And I'm from Florida in America. So I have an American accent. So you will hear two accents today, which is great. If this is your first webinar, please say hi in the chat. We love talking to our students. We love talking to everyone. The interaction makes the webinar so much better and more enjoyable for us. There is a delay, so if we don't respond to you right away, it's because of that, but we try our best to acknowledge every comment and answer all your questions. So hi, Ariana and Carla. Thanks for joining us. We're ready.
Yeah, welcome back, actually. I saw Ariana yesterday on our natural disasters webinar. So it's good to see people are coming back for our webinar.
Yeah, we love seeing students who come back. We think it's great.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. So today we are talking about crimes, using all the language, all the vocabulary surrounding criminal activity and crimes, which isn't the most common topic, which is quite good. It gives you guys new opportunities to create new conversations. We have, in this focus activity, we are talking past continuous and past simple, and then we will be using courtroom vocabulary. Cool. So nice and simple language. So here, crimes. Do you watch crime TV series? If you do, or even if you don't, how many can you name? So everyone, write in the chat, how many can you name? What crime TV shows do you watch?
Yep. And hi, Simona, Francois, I think, and Mateo. Thanks for joining us. Do you watch crime TV shows, David?
Not so much TV shows. Films, I do sometimes. Films, but not so much TV shows.
I think I do.
How about you? Do you watch much?
Sometimes, when I was back in America, I watched a few TV shows, but not because I wanted to, but because I wanted the TV on and a show would be on and I would leave it there. And then eventually I would get pulled into watching the show and I would just sit there and watch it.
So it would catch your attention after starting as background noise.
Yeah, exactly. And one show, especially because we had some TV channels that did marathons of a certain crime TV show, and they would just do it all day, every hour. So once you were sucked in, you couldn't leave, which they wanted.
So once you're in, you're caught and you're trapped. Hi, Nico. Yes, I watch CSI. No, I don't watch TV crime series. Yes, I do. For example, Criminal Mind, Law and Order, The Mentalist. Also, some Italian series as that Italian name. Perfect. Yeah, we would use like there, not as.
I love the TV show I would watch was Law and Order SVU, which was Special Victims Unit. It was the different branch of the original one, which I liked. It was better anyway. There's like 20 seasons of it. It's fantastic.
Wow, so many series.
And CSI. I watched CSI when I was in high school with my dad because he liked that show. But CSI Miami, and the original, but not New York because I didn't care for the New York one.
Yeah, I find it strange that they can create CSI for almost every place in America. CSI New York, CSI Miami,
Mhm. Yeah,
or
I prefer.
LA.
There is a CSI LA or NCIS. I don't remember. Ariana says, I prefer another type of series, but one time I watched Cold Case. Cold Case is a good TV show. Hi, I'm Giovanni. I'm from Naples. Welcome,
Cool.
Giovanni. There are a lot of crime TV shows.
Yeah, so these ones here, I think nearly all of these are American. We've got Law and Order, Dexter, Lie to Me, True Detective, Bones, CSI, Castle, NCIS, The Mentalist, Criminal Minds, The Wire, Veronica Mars, and Monk.
Nico says,
Nico Sim.
CSI Miami was a good one. I agree, Nico. It was pretty good. Yes,
Cool.
I love.
What was so good about CSI Miami?
It's because the main detective, like his voice. I don't know if you students, if you all watch it in English in the original language, because the main detective and the actor in CSI Miami, the main detective, his voice was very distinct, and his like one-liners are always so.
Okay, so that one character. Criminal Mind,
Yeah.
one of the series I prefer from Francois.
Yep.
Nice.
Hopefully you all watch these crime shows in English in the original language.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to practice when you watch TV. If you don't watch these in English, maybe start watching them in English now that you understand stories and contexts. Background understanding is always very helpful to
Yeah,
still
there's
watch
very
them in other languages.
interesting vocabulary in, I think, crime TV shows, especially with slang for like drugs and stuff.
Perfect.
In case you're curious.
And so, yeah, let's get into some of that vocabulary and into that story.
Yes.
So here we have a crime story. We need to with the correct form of the verb. Is it past continuous or past simple? So Mariano is like me, not many TV series, but we watch crime movies. Perfect.
Nico said,
Um,
didn't watch in original language. Try watching in original language, Nico, at least with the subtitles. Sometimes it's great.
Definitely. So Pearl, can you remind us what is the difference between past simple and past continuous?
Yes, I will remind you. Yes. So remember, we use past simple for a finished, completed action in the past. Usually, there is a specific time when we use past simple. And past continuous is to talk about an action in the past, but one that's an ongoing action or a continuous action in the past, the one that takes progress. Right? Good. So remember, when we tell a story, we use while for continuous and when for simple. So remember that rule when you are doing this fill in the gap.
Perfect, exactly. Nico and Simona are ahead of us already answering some questions. So we can get started on this story then, and we need to fill the gap, past continuous or past simple. So while Jim McAdams have dinner with some friends, his girlfriend stay at home. He get home a little bit drunk, couldn't find his girlfriend. She shower in the bathroom, but he think there was a thief in their home. Jim find his gun and shot through the bathroom door 5 times. Unfortunately, he kill his girlfriend that night. McAdams was found guilty of the murder of his girlfriend and receive a prison sentence of 5 years.
You know, this sounds very similar to that Paralympic runner from South Africa. Do you remember that story?
Sounds very, very similar, doesn't it?
He was guilty, but this is intruder. Anyway, so they started. So a lot of you are saying was having, and stayed, was having. Some of you think was staying. Stayed. Okay. So yeah, while Jim McAdams was having dinner with some friends, his girlfriend stayed at home.
Perfect. Perfect. So as you said before, Pearl, yeah, while introduces the past continuous. So while Jim McAdams was having, because of why. Number 3 then, Simona says got.
Simona.
Any other answers?
Erica,
Matteo got.
Perfect.
Can't got. Perfect, of course.
I
He
think we
got
all
home
agree.
a little bit drunk and couldn't find his girlfriend.
Can you imagine? Can't find your girlfriend.
Where is she? That would be a mystery.
Good. God, we all agree. Good job, guys. Next.
So what is it? Showered or was showering? Or it could be had a shower, was having a shower. It could be to have a shower rather than
or to take a shower. If we want to use shower as a noun, absolutely. We need to use another verb.
Yeah.
Gianluca, Sabrina, Matteo say
okay, was showering.
What Ariana says was showering.
Perfect. Yeah. Was showering in the bathroom. She was showering in the bathroom. But he
Simona says thought.
Thought.
Things. Ooh, thought or ooh, which one?
So attention, Mariana. Think is an irregular verb. So as everyone else has put, Ariana, Simona, Erica, and Francois.
Yep.
Perfect. Thought. With that strange spelling, THOU, thought. Good job, guys. Jim found his gun, or Jim was finding? Perfect. Yeah, another irregular. Yeah.
Erica. Yeah, Erica's the one I found. So many irregulars.
Yeah. Don't you just love irregular verbs?
English is fun.
Yeah.
Good. Everyone
next one.
Shot.
Unfortunately, he killed.
Murdered.
Murdered.
He murdered her. He killed her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm seeing killed so much on the chat. It's wonderful.
Right? Such a positive story for us to chat about on this lovely Tuesday evening.
Mm-hmm.
Received. Wonderful. Perfect. Yeah, everyone got all of that perfectly correct. Yeah, nice easy activity for us.
Nice warm up.
Yeah. So I think it's a strange story for them to choose.
You know, it's like Law and Order SVU, how they pull their TV shows from real life experiences.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
When the
Imagine being
Donna thing happened, they did an episode very similar to that.
Oh, really? What, the celebrity couple?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Inspired by true events.
Wow. I'm sure there's lots of go to place for people to say, yes, you can use my story. Or...
I stopped watching those crime shows because sometimes they don't have a happy ending, and I get very angry because I become invested in the characters, and I have to stop watching.
Yeah, but especially if it's based on reality, quite often things might not go the way you want.
That's true. All right,
cool.
Suspects. Ooh, suspects.
So now we've got a lot of vocabulary to get into here. So we need to fit the word into the definition or match it to its definition. We have murder weapon, alibi, suspect, lawyer, fingerprint, guilty, witness, innocent, judge, and victim.
Pay attention to the
A person who decides who is innocent or guilty.
I always wanted to say pay attention to the pronunciation of alibi. It's a very common mistake for students to say it alibi, I think, but it's alibi. Make sure we pay attention to pronunciation. Right, all right.
Perfect. Yeah, it's one that you'd think wouldn't be spelt like that because I don't know. To me, it looks strange, but yeah, alibi.
Good.
Gosh, everyone is going crazy in answering these questions today.
Good, guys. I'm glad you're paying attention.
Yeah, everyone's really invested in this. I like it. So yes, you're all correct. Number one is judge. Perfect. Number two, the person who saw a crime. The person who saw a crime. Another irregular verb there. See becomes saw.
Mm-hmm. Good. Erica, Nico, and Simona.
Perfect. Simona, Nika, Erica. Beautiful. Good job, Francois. If you did the crime, you are. So this one is an adjective.
Mm-hmm.
Adjective.
So yeah, so Erica, Nico, and Francois say guilty for number 3.
Perfect. Number 4, if you didn't do the crime, Simona and Erica straight in there immediately. Nico, innocent. Perfect. Number 5, we can identify a or her. His or her. Ooh, Erica, careful. Lawyer. We don't identify a murderer with.
No, she's a little bit ahead because she put fingerprint before. So Erica,
okay.
You're ahead of us. But yes, so we can identify a murderer with his or her fingerprint.
Perfect, because everyone has a unique fingerprint, which I think is crazy.
Right, crazy. Even twins have different fingerprints. Identical twins.
Cool.
Good. A blank defends the person who is accused of a crime.
Defend the person who's accused of a crime. Perfect. Everyone's wonderful at this. Lawyer. I think lawyer is one of the first words you learn in a language when you're doing jobs.
Yes.
You learn doctor, lawyer, teacher. Perfect. Number 7, the object used to kill someone. Careful, Mariano. An object used to kill someone. Where am I? Yeah. Oops. 2 for the price of 1 now. 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
A murder weapon.
And a lot of you said suspect for number 8. Good job, guys.
Perfect. Number 9, if you were grocery shopping at the time of the murder, you have an is straight on that. Alibi. This one is easy to notice with the grammar here. An, so it must begin with a verb and vowel. Perfect. So last one, very difficult. The person who is killed is person who is killed is the victim. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Ooh,
Cool.
I have a good vocabulary question for
Ooh,
the students. So, if a judge doesn't decide, but a group of people decide who is innocent or guilty, what is that group of people called? So, we have the judge, but we also have a group of people who decide if a person is innocent or guilty. What is the name of that group of people?
perfect. Yeah, they are a group of citizens,
Mm-hmm.
right? From the city. Okay.
Yeah, so what is the name of the group of people who decide if a person is innocent or guilty? Yes, it is a
Perfect.
jury. Jury. David, do you know the name of a person in the name of the job of a person in the jury?
Oh, I don't. I don't.
So the jury is a group of people, the group, but an individual person, what is that person called? If there are 10 blank in one jury. So what is that? Jury is the group of people, but if you are one person in the group, if you are one person in the group.
Don't know for this one.
So I am a blank in the jury. Oh, it's so similar in Italian. I'm learning so much.
Yeah, definitely.
Jury is a group of people, but the individual person? Because I watch too much crime TV shows.
Yeah, I was thinking if I watched.
We can say, Filippo, a member of the jury, but it's called a juror.
Juror.
A juror.
Cool. Cool. I didn't know that one because I don't watch much crime TV.
Mm-hmm. A
Perfect.
juror is a member of the jury. You can say member of the jury, but a juror is like the official name of someone. So I'm a juror in the jury.
That's a really nice word to hear in American accent. A juror.
How would you say it?
Juror.
Juror.
Juror. Just
Juror.
like just like our pronunciation difference with mirror.
Mirror.
Mirror. For me, it's mirror.
Yeah. Now we know extra crime
Perfect. But
vocabulary.
yeah,
You know, in America, no one wants to be a juror. We try to get out of jury duty.
yeah, the same in the UK. Most people try to escape jury service. But I think it would be interesting. I would like to do it.
I
I
wouldn't,
think it
because
would be
not all.
cool.
Maybe it's better in the UK to be on a jury, because in America, sometimes your jobs don't give you that much time away to be a jury, and it's boring.
Oh no, in the UK, it's just given. If you are called to court to be in the jury, then work has to say yes.
No, sometimes you can use work as a reason to escape jury duty. I have never been called for jury duty, and I'm still thankful.
Interesting though, you call it jury duty. We
Mm-hmm.
call it jury service.
Oh, there you go. Jury duty is the.
Cool. Jury service. I'd love to do it.
Wait, I know exactly how to escape jury duty if you are called, and it's not a good thing to do. I'm not gonna tell you
Fair enough. I remember one time I was working in London, working in a bookshop, and one of my colleagues was called for jury service. And he was the store manager. I was the manager of a different store. So I was looking after, taking care of his shop while he was away. And every day I called him to ask what was happening in court, what was happening in the case.
Well, they're not supposed to tell people. He's a
No,
bad
it
juror.
was very illegal for him to tell me. Also because it was a very high profile terrorist case.
He was a
So
terrible juror.
really, really bad. High
No,
profile. It
in
was in
America,
the news a lot.
high profile court case, they take away communication for the jury, or they monitor who they're calling.
Oh, really?
Hmm. They're not allowed to
Well,
have
he
watch
could use
TV or have, huh?
maybe because he was calling work because I was at work every time he called, and it wasn't like
Mhm.
a... But yeah, it was very bad of him. He shouldn't have told me anything, but he did. It's very, very good. Wonderful. So here we have a story. Pearl, do you want to read for us?
Yes, put the events of the story in the right order. So first, police discovers Nadine's body, a knife, and a glove. Nadine's doorbell rings. Oliver eats at a restaurant, then leaves. Oliver is arrested for the murder of his ex-wife, Nadine. Nadine puts her children to bed. A neighbor is out jogging, sees Oliver's car parked in front of Nadine's house. So in the chat, put the events in the order you think is correct. There are multiple answers, I think, possible, and there's no one correct answer, but in the chat, put the event in the correct order.
Yeah, there is some of them that can be interchangeable, but there is a general narrative here, a general story.
Yeah, I think the ending is pretty set.
Yeah.
Change that. This is the ending.
But talking about crime stories as well, my dad was a policeman before he retired, and my brother is currently a policeman in London. So they have many stories that they like to tell.
Yeah.
Some old, some new. Yeah, it's good fun.
I know, but I feel like being a police in the UK is so much safer than being a police in America.
Yeah, I think in general, yes, because there's particular laws on particular guns that we don't have, that we don't, you don't have the laws, we don't have the guns.
No. So number one, Sabrina thinks Nadine puts her children to bed. Simona thinks Oliver eats at a restaurant. Nadine puts her to bed. All right, or Oliver eats. Okay, so either some of you think Nadine puts her children to bed or Oliver eats at a restaurant is first. All right.
Perfect.
We'll see. But Nadine puts her children to bed could be also be part, but we don't know. It is possible.
Yeah, it's difficult to put them in separate events. They don't happen in the same place. So
they could be happening at the same time.
It could be. Perfect. So number two is Nadine puts her children to bed.
Nadine puts her children to bed. All right. So we figure out 1 or 2 are interchangeable, more or less.
Yeah.
All right. What do we think for 3?
Yeah, number 3 is where it becomes quite set.
Yes.
Neighbours out jogging and sees Oliver's car parked in front of the house.
Yeah.
Nadine's doorbell rings is number 4. Number 3.
My neighbors. I think 3 is interchangeable with 4.
Here it's got the neighbour is out jogging, sees Oliver's car parked in front of Nadine's house. And then, yeah, number 4, Nadine's doorbell rings.
I think 1
I would imagine it the opposite.
3 and 4 could be interchangeable.
Perfect. But then 5 and 6. What are 5 and 6?
Yeah, 5 and 6 are pretty set.
Yeah.
Really can't. These are pretty set.
Perfect.
We're gonna assume that you all mean 5. 5 police. Yes, police discover Nadine's body, a knife and a glove.
Perfect.
Only 1 glove. I guess you only needed 1.
A very foolish criminal would leave 1 glove at the crime scene. But perfect. Number 6, Oliver is arrested for the murder of his ex-wife, Nadine. And I wonder, do you think he took the kids or did he leave the kids in bed?
I think the kids were in bed. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they're his children, so I don't know if he would kill them.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe terrible husband, but good dad, taking his kids and caring for them. We hope.
I mean, a good dad if he killed their mother.
Terrible husband, good dad.
Such interpretation. Questionable dad.
Cool. So we've got our story in the correct order now. It is chronological. We just now need to tell the story in the past using past simple and past continuous. Past continuous.
So we're connecting all the events in some way using past continuous or past simple, more or less.
Yeah, and the best way to... Okay, I like that conclusion to the story.
Yes, Francois, they're sleeping in bed still.
Perfect. So, as you were saying before about while is used to introduce the past continuous, and it connects it to the past simple.
Ooh, Ariana, the past of leave is irregular. The past of leave is irregular.
What was eating in a restaurant, then leaved.
It is so irregular in the past if you think about it.
It's very strange. It's a very irregular word.
It's quite irregular. But so is an R in the past. Just totally different letters.
Yeah, true.
And then left.
Perfect.
Oliver was eating at a restaurant and then left. Yes.
Wonderful. Oops. Oh, it doesn't reveal the story in the past tense. Fair enough. But yes, Oliver was eating in a restaurant and then left. Cool. One thing I want to point out here to highlight is we don't out when we exit a building or when we exit a place. We use the verb leave, to leave the restaurant, to leave my house. To go out, I hear quite commonly used as a phrasal verb, used to exit, but now we say leave. Leave the restaurant, leave my house, leave work. Cool. Nadine puts her children to bed in the past tense.
Simona says, while Oliver was eating in a restaurant, Nadine put her children to bed. We can say that. Or Nadine was putting her children to bed if they were doing it simultaneously at the same time. We can say that as well.
Yeah, two progressive actions. This one can be past simple or past continuous, actually. I'm happy with both.
Okay, Nadine put her children to bed while Oliver was eating at a restaurant. So we can connect 1 and 2 if you want. Usually I connect 2 and 3 when I tell this story.
Yeah. So Nadine was putting her children to bed when?
I find you don't have to. Sometimes I do.
Oh, yeah, it's possible. It depends where you start your story and how you're progressing. You can connect any of them, I guess. Oh, Nico has a good question there. What is the past simple of put?
The past simple of put is put.
It's put. It's exactly the same. It doesn't change from
Put. Even in past
simple.
participle, it's just the same. Put.
Yeah. Don't we love English verbs?
Super irregular.
Put.
Oliver ate at a restaurant and then he left. Yep, Oliver ate at a restaurant and then he left while Oliver was eating at a restaurant.
Cool.
Nadine
So, Pearl, tell us what is your answer for 2 and 3? When you connect 2 and 3, what do you say?
So I say for 2 and 3, while Nadine was putting her children to bed, a neighbor was out jogging and saw Oliver's car parked in front of Nadine's house.
Perfect. Cool.
Yes, it's the same. It's so easy to remember, Nico. It's the same.
Exactly the same. Wonderful.
It's the same. So Oliver was eating at a restaurant and then left. While Nadine was putting her children to bed, a neighbor was out jogging and saw Oliver's car parked in front of Nadine's house. That's what I would say, but there are many other versions we can say as well.
Cool. I have a question. We've used while here to introduce the past continuous. But what word do we use to introduce the past simple?
Because we can use this word for Sabrina's version. So we use while for past continuous. Good, Ariana. We use when.
Perfect. Exactly.
We use when for past simple. So we can say a neighbor was jogging. So Sabrina says a neighbor was jogging, and then we can say when they saw Oliver's car parked in front of his ex-wife's house. So a neighbor was jogging when they saw Oliver's car parked in front of his ex-wife's house. Or while he was seeing, we wouldn't use in a continuous form because when we see someone, it usually isn't like a long action in progress. We see something and we see it immediately. So we can say while a neighbor was jogging, he saw Oliver's car parked in front of his ex-wife's house.
Perfect. Cool. Also, when and while are very important in terms of connecting stories. So we don't just have sentence. We connect it to have one story and one narrative when talking. Cool. And next one, Nadine's doorbell rings.
Ooh, passive rings. Irregular.
Yeah. Another irregular. We should make a whole list of these irregulars.
It would never end.
Yeah.
List of irregular.
Perfect, Ariana. Yes. Nadine's doorbell rang. Nadine's doorbell rang. Perfect, Mateo. Yes.
This is the past participle of ring.
Oh, past participle. We're challenging ourselves today in this.
Ooh, what is the past participle of ring? I have to think about it too.
Just to make sure you speak English.
When I speak English. Past participle of ring. Let's challenge ourselves. I would assume that it follows the same pattern as sing.
You would hope.
I would hope.
Are you Googling just to make sure?
I feel like it's the same.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect, Sabrina. Yes. Perfect, Mateo. Rung. Ring, rang,
yes.
rung.
Yes. If you knew sing, sang, sung, ring, rang, rung.
Perfect.
Good job, guys.
And then let's keep going with the story. Number 5 and number 6. Can we connect these? Can we create the full sentence in the past simple and the past continuous?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really happy with this group of students. There's been perfect answers the whole time.
I guess good jobs. Yes. Police discovered
Perfect.
Nadine's
Police.
body. Yep. Nice regular verb there.
Yeah, make things nice and easy for us. Perfect, Francois. Perfect, Mateo. Oh, a good point from Sabrina there. Past simple is used when the action is interrupted by something else. Definitely.
Hmm?
When
Yep.
the action is interrupted by something else.
Absolutely.
Perfect. And thank you, Ariana, finishing with the two together. Police discovered and Oliver was arrested. Oliver was arrested. Good. Naughty Oliver. Shouldn't
I know,
be
right?
around killing his ex-wife. Not a good thing to do. Especially in a quarantine. Stay inside. Perfect. Cool. So moving on here. Arrest him. Mr. Roberts was found murdered in his office. His business partner, Mr. Smith, is prime suspect at Scotland Yard's investigation. They found a bloody knife in his garden. So we need to think of questions for Mr. Smith that the police want to ask using this vocabulary here. So we found a knife in Mr. Smith's garden. What questions do you want to ask him?
So they are the police.
Yes.
The students, you guys are the police. What questions can you ask the suspect? You know, I've always liked Scotland Yard. It sounds so fancy, so elegant. Scotland Yard. Is Scotland Yard just the police
My
department? No.
police department. Yeah, essentially, yes. It's the headquarters of Metropolitan Police.
Oh.
Yeah. My dad
What's
worked at
location?
Scotland Yard. Yeah, it's the headquarters, and they run the big operations and the high-profile stuff, I guess. Most serious.
But it's still police. It's not like the FBI or like
No.
MI6.
It's normal police.
Um,
So my dad worked at Scotland Yard, and he worked in the control room organizing the locations of all the police at big events like the Queen Mother's funeral, things like that, or football matches, or things like that. Cool. So perfect question from Filippo. What is your alibi? We would say, what is your alibi, Mr. Smith? Perfect. What is your alibi? Francois, what did you do in the night from 8 p.m. to 10 a.m.? Oh, perfect. Yeah. What did you do, or would we have that as past continuous?
You could do what were you doing from, you don't have to say night. We can say what were you doing from 8 p.m. to 10 a.m. on the
Yeah,
night
or
of the murder.
yeah, on the night of the murder. Perfect.
Nico, where are you when your BP was killed? Because remember, we're talking about the past. Remember, Nico, we're talking
Cool.
about the past. We're asking, so where were you when your BP was killed? Or what is your
Business
alibi?
partner.
Yes, that's what it is. I'm like, what is that? I couldn't remember what his alibi was.
Sabrina, perfect question. What is your alibi?
Mm-hmm.
What about a question involving innocent or witness or lawyer or victim? There is one very, very common question for the victim, not for the victim, involving the word victim.
Really? Is there?
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Especially
I have one in my mind, but I don't know if it's common. I guess I'll wait
for the
to see what you.
one considering it's a business partner.
Then my question is moot in my mind to ask.
Cool. Carla, we need your fingerprints, please. Very nice. Very nice. Not a question, but very good.
Yeah. Sabrina, do you have a lawyer? Were you alone? Very good question, Erica.
Very good. Yeah. Or you could ask, do you have a witness for your alibi?
Good. Francois, have you got a lawyer? Good.
Perfect.
Both are correct. Have you got a lawyer or do you have a lawyer? One is just British.
So my one for victim would be, what was your relationship with the victim? Or what was your relationship like?
Mine was similar. Mine was, how do you know the victim? How do you know the victim?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you could ask, he was my business partner. Oh, I don't. It's always the best answer.
Good, Matea. Do you know the victim? Exactly. Do you know the victim? Absolutely.
Perfect.
Do you have something? Do you call it this? Because in America, we have when you are arrested, the police is legally required to read you your rights as a suspect, and we call them the Miranda rights. Do you have something similar? Yeah.
I'm sure we do, but I don't know what they're called.
We actually made it into a verb, to Mirandize. In case you're wondering.
Mirandize?
He wasn't, the suspect wasn't Mirandized. That means he wasn't read his rights.
Ah, interesting.
You have some problems. Do you have some problems with Mr. Robert, or do you have any problems with Mr. Robert? Both are correct.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
perfect.
a good question.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. All very, very, very good questions. We are at the 50-minute mark, so we need to finish there. But really good work, great questions, good use of the vocabulary, and really perfect with the past simple, past continuous.
Okay, before we leave, Ariana, where have you left the murder weapon, or where did you leave the murder weapon? Remember, we need an auxiliary in there.
Oh yeah, perfect. Never forget an auxiliary verb for a question. But cool. Guys, we now have a level 8 to 10 focus to do starting at 7 o'clock. So if you want to join us there, you might be 6, 7, but if you want to join us, challenge yourselves, could be good fun. If you have time, if you want to do 2 hours of English. But yeah, we'll see you there. Have a good evening. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us. If not, stay safe. Happy quarantine.
Bye.